What is up, ladies and gentlemen, this is Pookie once again, and today we will be talking about the hottest topic in the CSGO community right now, and that's the M4a1s nerf. It was really obvious that the M4a1s needed a nerf, because there was almost no reason to pick it over the M4 besides the ammo. In the pro scene it would be rare that you saw someone playing with one. Maybe Freiburg and some other CSGO pros were still playing with the M4a4, but it was quite obvious that something needed to be done about the M4a1s. So a few days ago the M4a1s got nerfed, but did they maybe nerf it too hard? Let's compare both CT rifles and see which one of the two is the best. Valve's vision on CT rifles is that the M4a1s should be used for long range and when you are sneaking around, and the M4a4 would be perfect to hold choke points at close range. Both of these weapons now cost $3,100, and what they did is change the spread from 0.45 to 0.50, and they reduced the fire rate of the M4a1s from 667 rounds per minute to 600 rounds per minute, which is a huge difference. Valve also wanted to change the armor penetration from 70 to 62, but for some reason they failed to do that. But now let's take a look at how both rifles perform in game. First, let's take a look at the recoil. You can clearly see that the M4a4 has a much larger spray pattern, which will make it harder to spray at long range, which is really normal because Valve wants us to use it as a close range rifle, and at close range the spray pattern is really easy to handle. When we take a look at the M4a1s instead, you will instantly notice the difference in the fire rate. Because of the lower fire rate and the way that recoil works in CSGO, the M4a1s has a much smaller spray pattern, which allows you to spray at longer distances. But in my opinion, the spray pattern alone isn't too big of an advantage, because with some effort I think everyone can master the spray pattern. It isn't even too hard. And so you can spray with some practice as well with an A4 than with an A1. So now let's compare how fast the time to kill is on both these rifles. I shoot all my bullets in the chest so we can make a fair comparison. And what do we see? The M4a4's time to kill is around 0.066 seconds faster than the M4a1s, which might not sound like much, but it really is in a game such as CSGO. The M4a1 is intended as a long-range rifle, so why not test some long-range shots? If they wanted to make the M4a1s to be the rifle perfectly suited for long range, I thought maybe they would give it a bit less damage drop-off than the M4a4, but at the moment it requires 5 shots with both rifles to kill someone at long range. But I gotta say though that it's much easier to spray at a long range with an A1 than with an M4a4, but I think with some practice you will be fine with the M4a4 as well. So I don't count the spray pattern as a big advantage. The M4a1 has of course a silencer, which is in my opinion the only real advantage the M4a1s has, and a silencer is so useful because it doesn't fire tracer units into smoke, and it also surprises an enemy, which gives you the advantage because they don't immediately know where they're getting shot from. But the M4a4 has of course a bigger ammo clip, and when you're holding choke points a silencer doesn't make that much of a difference. And also the larger ammo clip is useful when a lot of enemies push at the same time. I don't really think this was the patch we were hoping for, because in my opinion the only real advantage of the M4a1 is its silencer, and for the rest, like, I think all the pros are gonna be using the M4a4 as a CT weapon because they can master the spray pattern, and the silencer alone isn't too big of an advantage to choose it over the M4a4s. So if you for some reason can't get used to the spray pattern, which I think every regular player can, then you can still just burst fire at long range with the A4, and because of the higher fire rate it's really useful. I'm personally gonna use the M4a4, but let me know in the comments down below which one of the two rifles you are gonna use. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I see you guys in the next one. If you enjoyed it, maybe subscribe because it helps me a lot. So this is Pookie, and I see you guys later.